Hey everybody, Dr. Pancakeface here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new character pack that Overkill just released for Payday 2, and that is the Sydney character pack. Now, Sydney is a punk rocker chick from Australia, and she has a pretty neat look to her. This is her in her suit, and as you can see she's got her sleeves rolled up showing some pretty sweet tattoos, and she even has these fingerless studded gloves because, you know, punk rocker, gotta have the studs. And then if you take a look at the mask is pretty neat because it actually encompasses, you know, the colors and some of the styling from the Australian flag. So that's pretty cool. So why don't we take off that mask and see what she looks like underneath. Now, as you can see, she is sporting a very stylish blue mohawk with blue sideburns. Nicely matches her gloves. And that is pretty much the aesthetics for Sydney. Now, Sydney comes with two weapons. First off, we have the bootleg rifle, which is an assault rifle. And it comes with a couple of mods. It comes with the AML barrel, which gives you bonus accuracy, bonus stability, but takes away from your concealment a little bit. And then we have the bootstrap compensator, which this one gives you bonus damage, accuracy, stability, threat, but takes away from your concealment just a little bit. But what's really neat about this rifle is the magazine. It has an extended magazine, essentially, which starts you off with 100 rounds. Now, I have a skill that boosts mine up an extra 15, but normally you have 100 rounds in this magazine, which... sweet looking magazine. I always thought the cock and ball magazine looked really neat. Personally though, my experience with cock and ball magazines in real life, these things tend to jam quite a lot. So, you know, might want to go with just a regular drum mag. But it is a video game, so who gives a shit? Gotta go for looks. Now, as you can see, I have a couple extra things on here. I went ahead and added a military laser module. I added a rubber grip, I added a sight to it, this is the one I always roll with, and I added the war-torn stock. So, you know, that stuff beefs up the stats just a little bit. But yeah, that is the bootleg rifle. Now, the next weapon that you come with is the butterfly knife. Now, as you can see, it's a pretty quick knife. Its charge time is only 2 seconds. Not too bad range, pretty high concealment, decent damage, decent knockdown. But what's really neat about it, when you got the butterfly knife and you're holding it out, essentially your character will twirl it around and juggle it and do some sweet ass butterfly knife tricks with it. So that's pretty neat. I like that Overkill actually added, you know, some animations to the weapons as opposed to just holding it out. Now, the final thing that came with the Sydney character pack is the Anarchist perk deck. Now, this one, I personally think, works the best with heavy armor, but, you know, it could probably work pretty well with some lighter armor. But let me show you what I'm talking about. First off, you got the Blitzkrieg Bob skill, which essentially what that does is instead of fully regenerating armor once you come out of combat, you're actually constantly regenerating armor every, you know, couple of seconds. It doesn't regenerate your entire armor, it regenerates a little bit, but essentially you're constantly regenerating armor as opposed to having to get back out of combat and wait for your armor to regen. So that's pretty nice. And if you combine this deck with a skill like Bullseye, where you're regenerating armor off of headshots, wow. That's pretty nasty. Now, in the middle here, we have three skills. We have Straight Edge, Death or Glory, and Rise Above. Now, when I was looking at this perk deck on Overkill's website, from what I could gauge from it, I think that as you go up, so like as you go from Straight Edge to Death or Glory, and then from Death or Glory to Rise Above, essentially this one replaces the one that's behind it. So if you have Rise Above, that's basically the only one that would be active. Because as you can see, Straight Edge, 50% of your health is converted into 100% of armor. 50% of your health is converted into 110. And then 50% of your health is converted into 120. Now, obviously these can't stack because A, that would be absurdly powerful, and B, you would have negative 50% health. So I don't think it quite works like that. But basically what it does is it converts your health into armor. And that's one of the reasons why I think this will work really well with the improved combined tactical vest. Because essentially that's the most armor in the game, and this is giving you more armor, 120% armor, plus you're regenerating armor all the time. And then we come to the final perk, which really goes very nicely with a lot of armor. And this is the Lust for Life. Now, what this does, this is just like Bullseye, except Bullseye regenerates armor when you get a headshot. Lust for Life regenerates armor when you deal damage. So essentially this is just like Grinder. Grinder regenerates health when you do damage, whereas Lust for Life regenerates armor when you do damage. Now, as it states, this only can occur every 1.5 seconds, but still, combine Lust for Life with Blitzkrieg Bop and Bullseye, you're gonna be regenerating armor constantly. It is gonna be insane. Can't wait to try this out. But yeah, that is the Sydney character pack. Pretty neat character pack in my opinion. I think the perk deck, I think the perk deck's gonna be a fun one to play with. I also think the assault rifle is gonna be a fun one to play with. Cannot wait to jump in and try this character pack out. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, go on ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Taste done. Like, good lord, man. I just freaking one-shot everyone in this class. Hey, fuck off.